Okay, so it's the topic of today is reversible reaction. Now, I'll be discussing this topic under these following points. Just listen them and then I'll discuss one by one. Which are the points which are asked in the exam and will be asked. Number one, definition of reversible reaction with some explanation. Number two, I'll be discussing with you the term dynamic equilibrium with explanation. I'll be discussing number three, conditions required to attain dynamic equilibrium with some explanation. Number four, I'll be discussing the factors which can affect the dynamic equilibrium in two ways, in terms of equilibrium shift and in terms of rate of reaction. Next point, I'll be discussing with you how can you predict the effects on the physical changes occurring in a reaction with the help of a factor. With examples, I'll discuss that, and that is it. So please, every point I will define and explain. Your pen and your copy, आपका पेन और कॉपी तैयार होनी चाहिए और मेहरबानी करके मुझे कोई डिस्टर्ब ना करे, इंटरचेटिंग ना करे. कोई अगर आ जाता है इंटरचेट करने बीच में, प्लीज कोशिश कीजिए उसे स्टॉप करें. You all are my friends and I am not your enemy, so please don't disturb me. It affects my health. तो जो डिस्टर्ब भी करता है वो प्लीज ना कीजिए करे, मेहरबानी करके. My dear students, now I will define the term reversible reaction. Please write it. Exam question, 1 mark. A reversible reaction occurs in both directions, forward and backward. I repeat the definition because you want. A reversible reaction occurs in both directions, forward and backward. Now some little explanation over it. I'll give you an example of a reversible reaction, that is formation of sulfur trioxide. When sulfur dioxide gas, I'm going to write it and show it to you, reacts with the oxygen gas reversibly in a closed container, because everything is in the gaseous state, to form another gas, sulfur trioxide, right? I will balance the equation. A reversible reaction occurs in a closed system. Because this reaction now let me focus the camera on it. Sulfur dioxide gas, right, reacting with the oxygen gas. Now, this is the sign for reversible reaction. Sometimes you're asked to give the sign. The sign for reversible reaction is this double arrow, halfway, half arrow in both. So, this is a sign for reversible arrow. I'm focusing the camera on it. Right? Now, forming what? A gas, another gas, sulfur trioxide gas. Sulfur trioxide gas. This is the formula for sulfur trioxide gas. So you can write this reaction, and if any addition I make, and write the state symbols also. SO2G, oxygen also G. Write the state symbols in brackets. So I am writing the state symbols in bracket now against the reactants and product, right? And then I am giving a sign minus delta H. We'll focus on this reversible system and throughout the explanation. So I'm putting the state symbols in bracket adjacent. Okay, you can see that. Oxygen gas, then your sulfur trioxide also gas, and I've given the sign minus delta H, which is given for the forward reaction always. Now, since now all of you know the definition of reversible reaction, I want to give you some conceptual understanding. I see now few students, many of you have left. Please don't leave, even if you know the topic, it's the revision going on. So revision में बहुत सी चीजें आती है और आप सुनते हैं अपने आप को रिफ्रेश करने के लिए. Now I see, because you know your assessment is being made by the LCAS administration on your presence on these online classes. The Cambridge has told that we have to create portfolios for each student on their attendances as well as on the feedback of how much they are learning. So I expect you all to be there. Right now I can see only 4 students of 11C, which is not encouraging. So the LCAS administration is going to inform parents about the Cambridge instruction that we are creating a portfolio for each student, and your presence will be counted because we can't give fake marks. Your presence is also 10% of your marks, which we will be sending to the Cambridge for their assessments, whether you take physical exams then in 221 or you do not. So please show your presence, listen carefully. Now remember, in a reversible reaction, ये concept आप अपने दिमाग में रखिए कि ये reaction कभी completion पे नहीं जाती, क्योंकि reactants are changing into products and products are changing back into reactants. So it means any time if you analyze the reaction mixture, that is, which contain reactants and products, you will find each of the species, that is, in this case, sulfur dioxide, oxygen, and sulfur trioxide gas in the reaction mixture, in whatever amount. So remember this very important point, कि ये कभी complete नहीं होती, कभी stop नहीं होगी, और किसी भी वक्त आप इसमें से कुछ सैंपल निकाल के एनालाइज करेंगे तो इनमें सब वो स्पीशीज मौजूद होंगी जो कि रिएक्शन में रिएक्टेंट्स एंड प्रोडक्ट्स के फॉर्म में है. Contrary to your irreversible reaction, which finally reaches to completion, and in the end, you are left with only with products, especially when you take stoichiometric amount of reactants. यानी कि जो exactly react कर जाए तो उसको कहते हैं stoichiometric amounts. अगर stoichiometric नहीं लोगे तो एक reactant रह जाएगा जो excess होगा, limiting पूरा यूज हो जाएगा. तो बेटा ये concept clearing है. रिवीजन क्लास में सिर्फ हम नई चीज नहीं सीखते, हमारे कॉन्सेप्ट्स और क्लियर हो जाते हैं, ताकि जब अनसीन पेपर आएगा आपका, जो सेंड-अप्स में मैं कल ही चेक करके आई हूँ आपका पेपर कि किस किस्म का पेपर आया है, और जो आपके आगे एग्जाम में आएगा, तो उसमें आपने जब टीचर को गौर से सुना होगा तो बहुत सी बातें आपके दिमाग में आ रही होंगी जो आपको किताब पढ़ने से नहीं आएंगी. तो ये तो एक बात बड़ी आपको समझ आ गई है. मैथमेटिकल जो एस्पेक्ट है रिवर्सिबल रिएक्शन का वो आपके सिलेबस में नहीं है. तो ये ए लेवल और एफएससी में आप पढ़ोगे इक्विलिब्रियम कांस्टेंट्स, जो कि एक रिवर्सिबल रिएक्शन के लिए मैथमेटिकल एक्सप्रेशंस हैं. उधर आपको फिर अमाउंट्स भी पता चल जाएगा कि कितना अमाउंट, राइट. तो मैं पहला टर्म आपने अंडरस्टैंड कर लिया कि रिवर्सिबल रिएक्शन क्या होती है, डिफाइन भी कर सकते हो, एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन आता है 1 मार्क का, और कॉन्सेप्ट भी क्लियर हो गया है कि रिवर्सिबल रिएक्शन में सब स्पीशीज हर वक्त मौजूद होते हैं, रिएक्टेंट्स एंड प्रोडक्ट्स. अच्छा, अब रिवर्सिबल रिएक्शन में स्टेट सिंबल्स दिए जाते हैं जैसे बाकी रिएक्शंस में, ताकि आपको पता चले कि which reactants and products are in gaseous state. फिर बेटा H आपको पता है stands for enthalpy change. अगर इसकी नेगेटिव वैल्यू है तो वो एक्सोथर्मिक होता है रिएक्शन, अगर पॉजिटिव वैल्यू है तो वो एंडोथर्मिक रिएक्शन होती है. Since a reversible reaction is 2 in 1, so it means one of the reaction will be exo and the other will be endo. The delta H sign or its value, if actual value is given as kilojoules per mole, the units for delta H, if it carries a negative sign, it means the forward reaction is exothermic, then automatically, obviously, the backward, that is product changing into reactants, would be endothermic, or vice versa, if delta H sign is positive. ये आपको इतनी नॉलेज जरूर होनी चाहिए स्टार्ट करने से पहले इस टॉपिक के. This is point number 1. I hope you all have understood. since there are only few students, and I'm very sorry for those who has left, such as Ali Qureshi is no more here. I don't see Harun Kareem. They are the weaker students. All I see the good ones, the 4 or 5 students. Remember, your names have been taken into account by Miss Summer and the admin of the class. So your parents will be informed, those who are not here, that children are mandatory to attend the classes online. आप एक भी मौजूद होगा तो मैं आपको बड़े अच्छे तरीके से रिवीजन करवाऊंगी सिलेबस के सारे, जब तक छुट्टियां हैं, फिर इन लाइफ जो भी होता है पास पेपर प्रैक्टिस आप खुद कर रहे हैं. अच्छा, अब सेकंड पॉइंट जो आपको आना चाहिए रिवर्सिबल रिएक्शन का, जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है और इसी सीक्वेंस में आना चाहिए जिस सीक्वेंस में मैं पढ़ा रही हूँ, वो टर्म है डायनामिक इक्विलिब्रियम. इसी सीक्वेंस में आपने पढ़ना है, आपने पढ़ाई भी इसी सीक्वेंस में करनी है. द टर्म डायनामिक dy डायनामिक equilibrium. Now I'll focus the camera on it. I hope I have spelled correctly. Dynamic dyna. So dynamic equilibrium. ये आपका जो की जो मेरी प्रॉब्लम हो रही है वो मेरा इंशाल्लाह हल हो जाएगा नेक्स्ट वीक. I'm expecting to get a bigger whiteboard where I can fix the camera on. So dynamic equilibrium. The term dynamic equilibrium. और ये टर्म आप यूज करते हैं सिर्फ रिवर्सिबल रिएक्शन पे, not irreversible. Write definition. It always carry 2 marks. So please write the definition. When the rate of forward and backward reaction, rate or speed, you can use these 2 words interchangeably. When the rate of forward and backward reaction are same in a reversible reaction, when the rate of forward and backward reaction are same in a reversible reaction, we say that reversible reaction has attained dynamic equilibrium. Or you can say dynamic equilibrium is a state, एक हालत है. A dynamic equilibrium is a state in which is a state of a reversible reaction. A dynamic equilibrium is a state of a reversible reaction in which the rate of forward and backward reaction becomes same, and this process is continuous. Dynamic equilibrium is a state of a reversible reaction when the rate of forward and backward reaction are same and the process is continuous. So I have repeated it 3 times. अब इसके लिए समझने की ये बात है कि जब आप रिएक्शन शुरू करते हैं, and whatever chemicals you use, they are always called reactants. They are always called reactants. Whether you are carrying a reversible reaction or irreversible, there may be one reactant or maybe more than one. Obviously, on the start, the amount is maximum. So you can expect the frequency of effective collision to be very high. In other words, you can expect the rate of forward reaction to be very high. If it is a reversible reaction and the products are not allowed to escape but they are in the system, they will also start colliding with each other. And when their collision become effective, that is change into reactants back, the backward reaction also start happening. Finally, you will see that the frequency of effective collision for the forward reaction, in other words, the rate of forward reaction will become equal to the frequency or rate of backward reaction. So in the start, always the rate of forward reaction is more. And then slowly the rate of backward reaction also increases. I am not saying the amounts, the rate, the speed, change I think per unit time. When the rate of forward and backward reaction becomes same, a time reaches. That is called state of dynamic equilibrium. And this process does not stop. It continues. And this continues for as long as the chemist or the industrialist want. Please, I want a break for 1 minute. I'm just coming. You people stay. I'm just coming, please. So please hold for 1 minute. So when the speed or rate of forward and backward reaction become equal, we say state of dynamic equilibrium has been attained. And this will always occur in a closed system if one of the reactant or product is in the gaseous state. Remember, every chemical reaction can't be made reversible, such as neutralization reactions can't be made reversible, right? Such as, obviously, esterification reaction can be made reversible, you know, as formation of ester, right? So don't apply the concept of reversible reaction and then based on it, dynamic equilibrium on every chemical reaction. There are few reversible systems in your syllabus, one which I have written in the form of equation right now, other is ammonia formation, or any unseen if comes in the exam, and you can identify that system means chemical reaction. Chemical system means chemical reaction. बेटा जितनी आप वर्ड्स की चॉइस ज्यादा करोगे अपने पेपर में, आपका उसी तरह अच्छा मार्क्स आएंगे और उसी तरह आपकी मैच्योरिटी शो होगी फॉर द सब्जेक्ट. तो इसलिए मैं कहती हूँ आप रिवीजन क्लासेस सब बहुत रेगुलरली अटेंड करें, पॉइंट्स लें, बहुत से सुने, इंडिविजुअली बैठे हैं, कोई डिस्टर्ब नहीं कर रहा. बी मोर ऑनेस्ट प्लीज ऑल ऑफ यू माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स. अच्छा जी, अब मैं आपको ये बताना चाह रही हूं कि जब रिवर्सिबल रिएक्शन सेटअप हो जाती है, ये खुद ब खुद नहीं होती. द थर्ड पॉइंट इज द कंडीशंस फॉर dynamic equilibrium to attain, because every reversible reaction attain dynamic equilibrium, right? And those conditions are, please you can write, those conditions are condition of temperature, number one, temperature, whatever, it can be room temperature. So some of the students think room temperature is not temperature, any temperature. Temperature. Number two, pressure, any pressure, and this is only applicable to those reversible reactions in which at least one species, that is one of the reactant or product, if not all, are in the gaseous state. If not, then the factor of pressure has no application. Number three, the amount or concentration of reactants and products. तीन हो गए जी. चौथा है जी कैटलिस्ट. वो किस तरह अफेक्ट करता है वो आपको मैं जिक्र करूंगी जब मैं उनको एक एक को डिस्कस करूंगी. राइट. So 4 factors I have discussed: temperature, pressure, concentration, the amount of reactants or products, any one or all, and the catalyst. So these are the 4 factors which will affect or which can monitor or influence a chemical reaction which is reversible and attain dynamic equilibrium. तो उन्हीं की basis पे dynamic equilibrium attain होता है. जैसे for example, now I'm writing a reaction. Now I'm going to write a reaction and then I'll show you on the camera. I'm going to write a reaction, please, and that is reaction between nitrogen. You can also write it, I'm also speaking, nitrogen gas plus hydrogen gas reversibly react to form ammonia, also a gas, and the forward reaction in this case is exothermic, so backward will be endo. So my dear students, I've written this reaction. Let me focus the camera on it. Nitrogen gas react with hydrogen gas reversibly to form, and when it forms ammonia, the forward reaction is exothermic. So you must have copied. Now this reaction occurs under these conditions. That is, this dynamic equilibrium is attained when a temperature of 400 to 450 Celsius is applied. फिर डायनामिक इक्विलिब्रियम अटेन होगा इस रिवर्सिबल रिएक्शन का. Pressure 200 to 250 atmosphere. You can apply it because all the species are in the gaseous state. Catalyst which is used in this reaction, number one, is finely divided iron. और कहीं जगह iron 3 oxide भी लिखा हुआ है. Because you know that transition metal and their compounds are used as catalysts. अच्छा जी, ये आपके पास सारी इंफॉर्मेशन है. जैसे मैंने आपको कहा, पहला पॉइंट आपको रिवर्सिबल रिएक्शन का मतलब समझ आ गया. अब आपको पता चल गया कि व्हाट इज डायनामिक इक्विलिब्रियम ऑफ रिवर्सिबल रिएक्शन, उस वक्त क्या हालात होते हैं रिएक्शन में. ये अब थर्ड पॉइंट पता चल गया कि जब भी एक रिवर्सिबल रिएक्शन डायनामिक इक्विलिब्रियम अटेन करती है तो वो अंडर सर्टेन कंडीशंस करती है. वो कौन सी कंडीशंस हैं? याद रखिए, टेम्परेचर, प्रेशर, concentration means the amount of reactants and products, whether given in grams or in solution form, molarity, mole per dm cube, whatever. And fourth is catalyst. ये तीन चीजें आपको समझ आ गई हैं. आप किसी भी रिवर्सिबल रिएक्शन आपको अनसीन भी दी जाएगी, आपने एज्यूम करना है, बेशक वो कंडीशन दे या ना दे, आपने एज्यूम करना है कि ये डायनामिक इक्विलिब्रियम जो एस्टेब्लिश हुआ है ये किसी कंडीशन के अंदर एस्टेब्लिश हुआ है. ठीक है जी, आपने एज्यूम करना है. ये मैं आपको एग्जाम के पहलू से बात समझा रही हूं. जब पेपर खोलते हुए, जब पास पेपर खोलेंगे ना, इसके बाद आप टॉपिकल बुक रिवर्सिबल रिएक्शन पे, तो आपने एज्यूम करना है. अच्छा बच्चों, अब जो चौथा पॉइंट आ रहा है वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. वो है फैक्टर्स अफेक्टिंग डायनामिक इक्विलिब्रियम. फैक्टर्स अफेक्टिंग, आप लिख लीजिए, डायनामिक इक्विलिब्रियम. इससे क्या मुराद है? इससे मुराद है कि जो कंडीशंस हैं, अगर अब उनको हम चेंज करेंगे तो डायनामिक इक्विलिब्रियम पे देयर विल बी इन्फ्लुएंस ऑन इट in two ways. Number one, for time being, either the forward or backward reaction will start occurring only, and the second effect that change of condition would create will be on the rate of reaction, because every chemical reaction has a rate. May it be a reversible reaction or irreversible reaction, whatever, every chemical reaction has a rate, and you know the factors affecting rate. It's a topic in itself, but spread all over. So my dear student, let's take one factor at a time. Number one factor I'm taking is temperature. Now let's take the same example of ammonia. You all have it. You have seen the reaction of ammonia formation. You know the forward reaction is exothermic, as I told you earlier. The delta H sign is always given for the forward reaction or its value, and the sign depicts whether it's exo or endo. Negative shows it's exo. So the backward is endo. ये याद रखिए पॉइंट है कि जब भी if you increase the temperature, that is you create a change in one of the condition, that is temperature. How? By increasing the temperature from whatever. तुम्हें बेशक पता ही ना हो पहले टेम्परेचर क्या है, मगर तुमने इंक्रीज कर दिए. When you increase the temperature of a reversible reaction which has attained dynamic equilibrium, it will get disturbed. In order to remove this disturbance or constraint, a shift will occur, which is called equilibrium shift. I repeat, when you take one condition at a time, not two conditions. So let's start with the temperature. You have changed the temperature. How? By increasing it. This increase of temperature is called constraint. Disturbance, constraint. Now the system, that is the chemical reaction, will annul this constraint by itself. Annul का मतलब न्यूट्रलाइज करेगी, खत्म करेगी. किस तरह? How will it annihilate? It will move into that direction, either forward or backward, which will absorb this extra heat created by increased temperature. And that obviously will be the direction of endothermic reaction, common sense. It will absorb heat. In this case, formation of ammonia, the backward reaction is endothermic. So an increase in temperature will favor the backward reaction. So in a reaction mixture, for time being, more nitrogen and hydrogen will be present as the backward reaction is occurring due to the shift, equilibrium shift. ये बहुत सवाल पूछा जाता है. So increased temperature always shift towards endothermic, may be backward or forward. In this case, the backward is endothermic. दूसरा इफेक्ट होगा इंक्रीज टेम्परेचर का रेट ऑफ रिएक्शन पे. वो तुम्हें पता है, जो भी रिएक्शन अकर हो रही है उस वक्त backward, it will occur at a faster rate with increased temperature, because increased temperature increases the kinetic energy of the particles and thus frequency of effective collision and rate of reaction. Now let's talk of decrease of temperature. When we decrease the temperature of a reversible reaction which has attained dynamic equilibrium from whatever it was and whatever decrease we have done, what will happen? The shift will be towards that side where heat will be released so as to bring back the temperature at a higher level. That is towards exothermic. So decreased temperature will shift the equilibrium towards exothermic reaction, which is in this case forward. More and more ammonia will be formed. मगर decrease of temperature का दूसरा क्या effect होगा? The speed or rate of reaction will decrease. अब दिमाग में सवाल आता है और ये क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है कि when ammonia is formed with decrease of temperature in greater amount and the industrialists want ammonia, not nitrogen and hydrogen back, why doesn't he decrease the temperature to very low? The snag or the problem is उससे क्या होगा? Rate of reaction decrease हो जाएगा forward reaction का और बहुत time लगेगा for the reaction to give enough ammonia. So various feasibilities, labor cost, time, industrial जो भी आपकी requirement है वो बहुत ज़्यादा use होंगी. So एक optimum temperature पे reaction को हम maintain करते हैं ताकि एक enough yield भी आ जाए. Yield means the product or rate of reaction be faster हो, which in this case is 400 to 450. But at least you cannot predict that how does change of temperature shift the equilibrium backward or forward. Now the second factor is pressure. Now we can apply the pressure over this system because it's reversible and gaseous. अगर एक भी रिएक्टर में प्रोडक्ट गैसियस होता तो उसके मुताबिक हम अप्लाई कर सकते हैं जो मैं बोलूंगी. Always remember that increase in temperature, increase in pressure will favor that direction which will be of lesser moles or lesser volume. In this case, 4 volumes or 4 moles of reactants are giving 2 moles of product. So when we increase the pressure, whatever way we increase, to enable this increase, the forward reaction will be favored. That is, more and more ammonia will be formed to enable increased pressure. Increased pressure will always shift the equilibrium towards low moles or lesser volumes. Decreased pressure will shift the equilibrium towards more moles, that is in this case backward, or more volume. If the number of moles are both same on both sides, then the effect of increase or decreased pressure will have no effect on equilibrium shift, only will affect the rate of reaction. अब आपको पता है increased pressure will always increase the rate of reaction. तो हम जब pressure increase करते हैं और उसको कम करने के लिए अमोनिया बनना शुरू हो जाता है तो दिमाग में आता है कि why not increase the pressure to 1000 atmosphere, get more ammonia at a faster rate. But my dear students, increasing pressure is a very expensive industrial design because you have to use very pressurized cylinders, strong cylinders which can withstand the pressure. So various industrial aspects have to be, logistics have to be taken into consideration. So again, an optimum pressure is applied to get optimum yield. So you have understood the effect of increase and decrease of pressure. Now comes the catalyst. The catalyst will not have any effect on equilibrium shift. If I put the catalyst iron in this reaction or iron 3 oxide, neither the forward nor the backward reaction will happen at the same rate but at a faster rate. Why? The catalyst will decrease the time required to attain dynamic equilibrium. Catalyst का सिर्फ एक काम है कि जो डायनामिक इक्विलिब्रियम हमने अटेन किया था, याद है मैंने एक्सप्लेन किया था कि पहले फॉरवर्ड ज्यादा होता है रेट ऑफ रिएक्शन, फिर बैकवर्ड होने लगता है, फाइनली एक जैसा हो जाता है. तो इसमें जो टाइम यूज होता है, the presence of catalyst will decrease that time. How will it decrease that time? By reducing or decreasing the activation energy for forward as well as for backward reaction equally. So the catalysts have only this role. Now comes the last factor, that is concentration, that is the amount. अब हम reactant का amount increase करते हैं. Whatever was present at dynamic equilibrium, we have increased it. How? We will increase it either by putting more reactants, both of them, or any one of them. क्योंकि any one of them भी डालेंगे तो दूसरा reactor तो मौजूद होगा. मैंने जैसे आपको पहले शुरू में बताया था, in a dynamic equilibrium all species are present. So for example, if I add more nitrogen in this reaction, there will be hydrogen present also in the reaction mixture, because as I told you earlier, so in order to annul the increase in concentration of reactant, more and more ammonia will start forming, because to annul the amount of nitrogen which is being added, and the hydrogen which was already there in the system would react with the extra nitrogen. If I increase the amount of both the reactants, सोने पे सहागा, further the rate as well as the shift will be taking place towards product side. Or if I remove the amount of the product from the reaction mixture, again the forward shift will take place. To annul this effect, more and more reactant will start forming ammonia. So in two ways we can increase the amount of the product, either by adding the reactant or reactants, or by removing the product or products from the dynamic equilibrium mixture. Likewise, decrease of product will obviously shift the equilibrium. If I decrease the amount of the product, so more and more nitrogen and hydrogen will start forming ammonia, which rarely happens. Or if I start removing the amount of nitrogen and hydrogen, more and more ammonia will change back into nitrogen and hydrogen. So my dear students, you have understood these four factors. If you have any question, please write it in your copies. Now, the last point which I want to tell before I say goodbye and see you when your class is there next week. On Friday, we have a common ABC section, very important topic I will be discussing tomorrow. That बेटा जब ये रिएक्शन हो रही होंगी, शिफ्ट फॉरवर्ड या बैकवर्ड हो रहा होगा, तो सब चीजें भी साथ हो रही होंगी. अगर रिएक्टेंट्स कलर्ड हैं, इक्विलिब्रियम शिफ्ट बैकवर्ड हो रहा है, तो आप देखोगे रिएक्शन मिक्सचर डार्कर हो जाएगा या उस कलर का हो जाएगा. अगर प्रोडक्ट कलर्ड है, इक्विलिब्रियम शिफ्ट अगर फॉरवर्ड हो गया, you will see also not only the formation of the more product, but also various changes will be also carried, which was a topic which I explained last time, observations on a balance equation, on an equation may it be reversible or irreversible. So please connect that topic with this. Thank you so much for listening, those who were present. Allah Hafiz. I bid you goodbye. See you tomorrow, inshallah. Allah Hafiz.